Hello. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. Are we live? Can you hear me? It says we've got excellent conditions. And there's excellent conditions in Syria. It's just as warm as when we left George. What were we up to in the last time we did this? We were getting a toilet brush, weren't we, for George? Because George really needed a toilet brush because he needed to get into a toilet. Because he's just that kind of guy. Okay. Am I audibly clear? Have I set up all the buttons and knobs correctly on this thing? Let's have a look. The microphone says I'm microphoning. The Elgato says it's Elgatoing. What more could you want? Let's listen to the lovely Syrian music by Barrington Furlong, who did the theme tune for Inspector Morse. So the guy who did all the music for this was a guy called Barrington Furlong, and he did all the music for Inspector Morse back in the day. I can't see my chat. I can't see what I'm doing. Syria! We're back in Syria. We're going to be in Syria a bit longer, you know. We're not leaving Syria anytime soon. We've got a lot to do in Syria. We need to annoy this cat, for one thing. We need to annoy this little boy a little bit more. And we need to speak to Dwayne and Pearl, who are recurring characters in these games. And we need to listen to this excellent music for a little bit. It's just lovely. We can go a little walk around the town square of Syria. Hello, AJC_24. Hello and good evening. Just enjoying some Syrian music. This music is great, by the way. This game, having read this book about Revolution Studios, this game, they just went above and beyond with it. They never captured the same level of detail again. They never captured it before. You know, just the number of thousands and thousands and thousands of lines of dialogue. Every possible option of dialogues and choices the player can make. They really went to town with it. And I learned something about this particular PlayStation version, which obviously wasn't the original version, but I learned something from reading the book about this version of the game and how this actually saved the series and saved the company. Loved your description for this video. George lights a candle. Well, we have to each video that I've done, each one of these live streams, the mission has been to do something. So in the last one it was to steal a toilet brush. What did we do we wanted to get to the hospital last time, didn't we? We wanted to get to the goat at one point. So the mission here is to light a candle. I have a feeling that might be quite a long way off. I like George, but I think when he lights his candle, he's being a bit of a knob. It's not his candle to light. In fact, there's a lot of things he does that make him a bit of a knob. Should we talk to... this is an interesting character. Oh, we can talk to her, actually. I don't think this fruit seller really wants to speak to George.
I wasn't hungry and didn't
No, he doesn't want to speak to her.
So, I didn't start a conversation.
He doesn't do that a lot. Let's light this candle. Well, we're way off that. We better get moving, aren't we, if we're going to light candles. Shall we go to the toilet? Because this is Broken Sword. This is an adventure game, and you must... One of the ways you're going to save the world is by breaking into a toilet. Yeah, he does just sort of barge into people's houses, take loads of stuff, and generally causes trouble. Isn't that just the adventure game character in general? We're going to barge into a house, a whole, what do you call it in the Spain section? A villa. We're going to barge our way into an old lady's villa. And she deserves it. They all deserve it. They're all asking for it. Carpet seller. I almost used my other mouse for this. I've got a Mad Cat, this one. I don't do that thing where I set it up so I can do a full stream, but I almost used my Mad Cat's third-party PlayStation controller. But I thought it might be a bit fidgety, so I didn't bother. Let's go up. Yeah, George is a menace. So what did I learn about this PlayStation version? Well, I learned that the PC version of the game was the original version of the game. And that it was published by Virgin. And basically Virgin went bust. Took a lot of the money. Left Revolution Studios with not really any income coming along to make another game. But because Sony published this and Sony had all the big books, they made loads of royalties on the PlayStation game. So it kind of kept the company running and helped them produce other games. And the game they produced wasn't Broken Sword 3, was a PlayStation exclusive called In Cold Blood. Because they were making pretty good money out of the PlayStation. So this version of the game is where they actually made their money. And Virgin tried to take them to court to say, well, we want some of that money. But they didn't publish it. And they didn't want anything to do with this. Either the console versions, because they thought people on consoles wouldn't want to play adventure games. Which was kind of true. But behind me I've got about 20 PlayStation adventure games, point and click adventure games, that all made it. This was the best one though, I think. We had 3 Discworld games. Should we give the guy back his key? Oh no, we got to give the guy back his toilet brush. There you go. Have your toilet brush back. He's gonna be so happy with us. Watch his little blurry pixely face. Just watch.
Hello again, friend. There wasn't much point in trying to launch an in-depth conversation.
Just give him the bog
But I couldn't
brush.
speak Arabic, and he couldn't speak. Period. Well, I did know a few words of Arabic,
Don't say him.
but doubted the wisdom of using them. Here's your brush, sir. It wasn't easy getting it back.
He's happy. Off he goes.
The manager took the brush from me, gave me the toilet keys as my reward, and stopped off.
Hello, Charthers. Charthers. Am I reading that right?
What was all that about?
Manager, he say, bah, look at state of this. Need much cleaning and detergent before go around my you ben.
This is Broken Sword.
Body language account for much, you know? Oh, yes, indeed.
He's happy. He's an happy boy. Yeah, we are playing Broken Sword. We're playing Broken Sword, the original. None of this remastered stuff. The original OG Broken Sword on the PlayStation. So we're playing the original, slightly downgraded version, which wasn't actually, it was outsourced to another company, I've learned as well. Outsourced to a completely different developer. And they ported it over. But they did make quite a lot of money. It sold 250,000 copies, this game, on PlayStation. And that's where they made their money from the game. Yeah. And we're about to go into a toilet. We've got a dirty tissue. And these things here may just look like inventory items, but if you think about it, George has been to Ireland, Syria, and he's about to go to Spain, and he does it all getting through customs. I mean, it was the 90s, you could get away with this stuff. He got through customs with a a tool for opening manhole covers, an electric shock machine, a dirty tissue, and a big pile of white powder just loose in his pocket. Incredible. You could do that in 1996, though. People were okay with white powder going through customs. It was fine. Oh, I know why there's an echo on the sound. I know why. Is that better? Is that better? Can you... Is the echo gone? I'm not going anywhere until someone confirms that the echo is gone. I need confirmation. I need confirmation. I'm going to assume the echo is gone. Well, I think I had this set up for something else and I forgot that I had my desktop audio on. What an idiot. This is probably quite a difficult thing to do. He leans into the mirror. That was just for the sake of that little thing there, that little gag. Oh, good. Echo is gone, people. The echo is gone. Yeah, so I had the I did a what did I record on this? Oh yeah, I was playing that game, the Paradise, the Forbidden Planet. So the developer of that game put out on Twitter, does anyone want to play this demo? So I was like, I want to play the demo. So I played the demo, and it was quite good. It was quite good. Nice big chunky pixels it had. Right, let's get this thing. Because we need this. We need some bog roll. Actually, it's a towel, isn't it? I'll turn the game audio up a little bit. Is it echoey? Do you know what? The thing I've got him to do is slowly pull a towel, and he's not saying anything.
It was a roller towel dispenser.
How was that? How was the roller towel dispenser? Was it good? Was it good for you? We need to steal that roller towel dispenser. Not the dispenser, the towel that's in it. Right, let's steal this thing. So George is now... I mean, this is adding to his list of crimes, isn't it? But he's stealing a... I mean, it's a minor crime, but you know the guy that owns this place isn't happy about people stealing stuff. Let's go wash our hands. I mean, that's pretty much the only thing we need from this bathroom. Ah, thank you. Sounds perfect. Good. Glad we could sort that out. Let's look at the weird toilet. Yeah, so I was reading about In Cold Blood. So In Cold Blood is a PlayStation game that's a sort of mixture between an adventure game and a sort of third-person shooter sort of thing.
I hadn't drunk anything since the morning, and I didn't need to use it.
He doesn't need a weight. I think we can take this chain, but I don't think we... Oh, do we maybe need it later? I don't think we do. Oh.
Oops.
Kleptomania. This is what George has got. He's got kleptomania, hasn't he? Yeah, so In Cold Blood is this weird mix of like an action shooter and an adventure game. And neither one really works. And they're talking about how back in those days, publishers didn't want people to make point-and-click adventure games. So they made Revolution Studio make this game that they really didn't want to make. That was like this hybrid. They wanted action. And that's why in the third one, there's so many... it was in 3D because they wouldn't give people the money unless they made it 3D. It's strange now, isn't it? Because there's loads of point-and-click adventure games going around now, and people aren't so bothered about 3D. Like, it was all about like the latest graphics, 3D graphics, and action. People didn't want any sort of adventure game style gameplay, but it's all come back. There's a place for everything. Right, what have we got now? We've still got a bag of suspicious white powder. And we've got a toilet thing, a chain, and we've got some towel. Now we're going to need some money for Ultar. Should we go talk to Ultar and see what he's all about? Let's go find out what's going on with Ultar.
Hello again, Ultar.
Praise be to Allah. I am blessed with your bountiful presence once more.
What should we ask him about then? Should we show him the towel?
Look what I've
We
got.
stole the
towel
towel.
from the toilet.
What do you want with towel?
Well, I don't know yet, do I?
You sure a funny bod. Run around, collect things.
Yeah, that's what we do. We run around and we collect things. Yeah, In Cold Blood was. I did enjoy it. It was a decent game. I tried to play it recently, and I think I couldn't get past the controls. But I think if I'm done with this, I might do that one as a live stream next, and see how we get on with that. It's just, I think early on in Cold Blood, it's really difficult, and I think once you get over that little hump of it being really difficult and impossible to control, it's quite a good game. It's a really big game as well. Odd little game. Odd little game. Odd little game it was. But weren't a lot of games awkward back then? Weren't a lot of games really difficult and awkward? Resident Evil wasn't easy to control, was it, at the best of times? I think the problem with In Cold Blood, it was so far away from the character. The characters were dead small, and you were supposed to do all this intricate shooting gameplay. Right, what should we ask about? Dwayne and Pearl.
Have you met the American couple?
Have Ultar met them? Have Ultar met them? Yes, Ultar have met them.
He's met them.
And?
They most ungenerous.
Oh.
Ultar offer to show them wonders of countryside. They say, is there anything ancient? Ultar say, yes, of course. Nature is ancient. They say, no, anything ancient made by men. And Ultar say, have you seen Taxi? Fan belt older than Ozymandias. Ha 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 ha! But they gone.
Ozymandias. Wasn't Ozymandias like I remember it being a poem about a broken down statue. A man looking at a broken down statue in the middle of the desert. Is that Ozymandias? What do we really need to know about? Let's ask him what we said to the kebab seller guy.
What does Il Akal Kalb mean?
Who teach you that?
Nejo told me to say it to Arto.
And Arto come after you with big knife, yes?
He did.
Yeah, how did you know?
I know Arto. You tell him in bad Arabic that his kebab's made from dog meat.
I said he was using dog food? No wonder he went crazy.
No. Ultar not mean meat for dog. Ultar mean meat of dog.
Oh.
Oh.
Ugh.
So if you ever want to tell someone their kebab meat is made from dog, you now know how to say it. It's ilak kil kalb. Say after me, ilak kil kalb. I'm eating scrambled eggs and mashed potatoes on toast. Not dog at all then. Are you eating it near a dog? What made In Cold Blood extra awkward was that John Cord would kind of bounce off the walls, which made some of the tighter sections tricky. Yeah, it does do that, doesn't it? Yeah, it wasn't great. Yeah, it used to ping off walls. And is it when you turn the gun as well? You would maybe get caught on stuff. Yeah, you want things to be precise in your action shooter, don't you? What I remember about it though was, it was not a great action game, and it wasn't a great adventure game either. So it sort of didn't nail either one of those things. Like I said though, in the book, they wouldn't have made that unless they were being pushed to do it. I am not near a dog. That's good. It's good to know. The location of nearby canines can affect the taste of your scrambled eggs, I'm told. Yeah, In Cold Blood is pretty... I mean, I'd have to play it through again. Played it briefly and I thought, this is difficult. This is very difficult, but it's one of those ones where if you push through it a little bit, you might be alright with it. Right, what are we doing then? Where are we going? Do we want to ask him any more questions, or should we? We need to get to Spain.
May good fortune follow you, mister.
If you went to Spain in the Game Boy Advance version first, before you went to Syria, you could break the game irretrievably. No, didn't mean to click that.
Hello again, old...
Apparently not many people do that though. I don't think I've played this game loads of times. I think I've always been to Syria first.
Nothing.
Now we need to pay this man to take us to the mountains so we can get shot. We need to kill George one more time. Did the dog emoji come up as soon as you typed in dog? I love it when it does that. Look at that scenery. Isn't this a beautiful game? Slightly ruined by the resolution I'm playing it in. I appreciate that. And the fact that it's like, was it 180p or something? Yeah, I've got quite a bit of Syria left. I need to get on with it. I need to stop talking. Just shut up and play the game. Let's all just be quiet for an hour. Quietly play this game. You want to soak in the scenery a little bit though, don't you? You want to pick and choose some things that you can do. Dog, yes. Dog, yeah. Dog, yes. Can we only die once in Syria though? Is there more ways to die in Syria than the one I'm thinking of, the main one? The one we probably all died doing. Should we go back and speak to the kebab seller and see if he's cheered up a little bit? Is he still homicidal? That's the question.
Hello again, sir.
Filthy! Bad!
Okay, I'm going.
Yeah. We ain't getting a kebab today. I love all the settings in this game. Gorgeous visually, great music, great characters. Yes, they just put so much time and effort into this. And then the second game was made. They had to make that within a year because the publisher just wanted. They had a 5-game deal with Virgin, and the publishers just wanted to bang out another game, so they had to make Broken Sword slightly quicker. It's why it just doesn't have the same intricacies and all the dialogue options as well. Right. Let's go over here. And we're going to throw a ball. I think there's only one death opportunity here. Yeah, I think so as well. I think this is the only death opportunity we're going to get. And we probably will die legitimately in Syria. Because it is quite a difficult one to do. If you mistime it even slightly. Everyone remind me to save before I get there though. Right. Nijo is playing with the ball we gave him. He's now throwing the ball against the door. We are going to annoy a cat and press a bell. It did click, but it didn't do anything. Come on. Come on. Annoy the cat, annoy the cat. Yep. Now press the bell. It's another timing puzzle, and everyone complains about the goat, but there's plenty of timing puzzles in this game. It's just that was the first one. Oh, there's Nijo's dad. He just comes out when he hears the bell, and he takes away the ball, and the cat slowly loads and knocks off a statue off the wall. Now Nijo's got a hump. Look at his little humpy face. He's well annoyed.
Hi, Nijo.
Hello again, sir. And how may I help you this time?
Where's your ball, mate? Where's your ball? Let's ask him about his ball. He's lost his ball.
What happened to your ball, Nijo?
I regret to say that it has been confiscated by my father.
Oh, Nijo, I'm sorry.
No, you're not.
Not to worry, sir. Soon he will forget why he has the ball and put it on the stand. At which point, I shall recover it.
Oh,
I'm
all's
sorry
well.
about the statuette being broken as well.
Again, do not fret, sir. It has been on the shelf for a long time. As merchandise, it did not have legs.
Now it hasn't got any arms either.
Very droll, sir.
Oh, you witty thing, George. Look at all this. All these things we can ask about. If we do this, we're never going to get to Spain, so we need to motor
Is
on.
that your father lurking in the back of the stand?
He is indeed a roaring fellow. Ayoub's his name.
You don't sound like you respect him very much.
Don't I? Not only do I respect him, I rather like him. For all his bluster, we get on very well.
Oh, that's nice to hear. George's father has unfortunately died. No, he hasn't died. He dies in between this game and the next one.
That's not a very friendly cat you got there, Nijo.
No, sir. It is a very unfriendly cat.
Why do you keep it?
Oh, it's not mine. It just rests where it pleases.
So this would be a clue as to the puzzle we just solved.
Right there. As Kipling would say, it is a cat that walks by itself.
Fiercely independent.
And it smells.
I like Nijo. Nijo's a good character. He doesn't like Ultar either. Death lurks around every corner in Syria. Well, it lurks on the edge of a cliff. Because that's how we can die in Syria. We can fall off a cliff. Right. We have a new inventory item.
See you around, Nijo.
Ta-ta for now, sir.
Well, not yet. We need to go get it. It's on the floor over there. But this game is so slow at loading everything. Patience, though. Patience is a virtue when it comes to adventure games. Especially slowly loading adventure games. So I also learned something about these special editions as well. These special editions that came out, that everyone, when you see live streams, they're always people playing the special editions. And they made cuts to dialogue and they made changes to the graphics and all sorts of things. And the reason is, apparently, because they lost all the source code for Broken Sword, the original version. So they based the special... The company was almost dissolved at that point. There was very few people left. They didn't have any money. So when the opportunity to make a Nintendo DS version came along... When it came along, they used the Game Boy Advance version as a template, and that had all the dialogue cut out of it. So the Game Boy Advance version became the DS version, which became the special editions, because apparently Revolution were really bad at archiving their games. So there you go. Hello there, Bude. You really want this ball? We've got the ball. The ball's gone. We've lost the ball. We dropped the ball. We've dropped the ball. We've dropped the ball. Imagine if we had a gun, though. Imagine if there was an Easter egg hidden away in this game where this turns into a first-person shooter. Imagine if when I clicked on something the first time, it actually did it as well. That would be amazing. I'd take that.
I didn't really want to lug the rifle around with me.
Yeah, just the white powder through customs. I bet George could get that gun through customs. Look at what he's got through customs, though. Look. Apart from the key and the toilet paper and the chain, and the statue. He's got everything through customs. He is a brilliant smuggler. Okay, let's have a look at this statue.
The statuette looked pretty sorry for itself after its fall, chipped with both arms broken off.
You're giving us some great info here tonight. Never knew that story about this director's cut version either. Again, very interesting. Yeah, it really is. So when this book becomes... So it was Kickstarted, and I bought into the Kickstarter. I think when it comes out, I think anyone's interested in this game would really enjoy it. It's very much by the guy who wrote it, who was a bit of an introvert, so it's from a very certain perspective. But yeah, he talks about a lot of stuff in it about, you know... I'll tell you what else. Other than the Game Boy Advance version being the template for all the director's cuts, which is so bizarre, really, when you think about it. And people weren't happy with the cuts in dialogue, but they didn't have a big team at that time to go and fix it all. So I think they actually did quite a good job. There's a Game Boy Advance version of Broken Sword 2 that only exists in Tony Warrener's house. And I'd love to get my hands on that. I'd love to play that, because the Game Boy Advance version was really clever. I also know why there's so many boxes in Broken Sword 3 as well. That's another thing that came up in the book. Title: Man abuses sleeping cat with juggler ball. Yeah. I thought naming every live stream about abuse to animals, though, might just get a bit repetitive. So I went with the most thrilling thing that's going to happen tonight, which is George lights a candle. I'm reading the text, it's so small, and I think I'm going blind. Didn't Crash Bandicoot get totally rewritten as they didn't have any source code at all? Isn't this like a really common thing, though? Like, companies not keeping source code? They did this with Silent Hill, the special editions for Silent Hill too, where they had to just start the game from scratch. There's a really good video about Crash Bandicoot on how they did stuff. You'd have to go and watch it, but the developers talk about how they utilised the limited hardware and really made the most out of it quite early on. It still looks quite good, Crash Bandicoot. Right, let's rub the statue. So this tissue we've been carrying around is finally going to come in useful, other than just showing it to people. George vandalises priceless wax lighting fixture. He does, though. What an absolute knob he is for doing that, because that's a priceless, like you say, a priceless wax lighting fixture in someone else's home. Anyway, people might not have played the game yet, so I don't want to give too many spoilers. I mean, how exciting is this going to be when he lights that candle, though? You know it's coming.
The plaster seemed to soak up the grease paint until it began to look like stone.
That's right, Silent Hill 2 HD had to use a really old build as they lost the source code for the release version. It was a bit messy. Yeah, in Silent Hill 2, when what's her name, Maria is hanging upside down and she's being tortured, her eye is like teeth. So they couldn't find the texture for her eye or something, so they used teeth. And there's all sorts of things like that going on. I think they went a bit overboard on the HD remake, though. I think it wasn't that bad. They did change the voices, though. They changed the voice actors, wasn't it? It's not Nolan North. Who's the other guy? The big voice actor? Not Nolan North. The other, the really famous one. I thought the tissue was a red herring. No, it got used. So we've made the statue look like it's more valuable, so we can sell it to some American tourists. I do want to get out of Syria because it's so fidgety with the loading times. We haven't spoken to Pearl yet. Sorry, what are you saying sorry for? Can't remember what we said. The tissue had a purpose right here in Syria. It does.
Hello again, Pearl.
Troy Baker, thank you.
Why,
Troy
hello,
Baker.
George. It's such a pleasure to see you again.
Yeah, get the guy who did the voice of James Sunderland in Silent Hill 2 is a guy called Guy Seehee, I think. And Guy Seehee wasn't a famous voice actor. But there was a whole legal dispute over those voice actors. And in the end, they ended up didn't they put the voices back in so you could still have the original voices, but only in Silent Hill 2, because there was huge uproar about the voices. I don't think anyone can do it better than the guys who did it originally. Personally, they just knew their characters too well. Yeah, spoilers. Yeah, you don't want you don't want spoilers for this 30-year-old point-and-click adventure game. Let's show her the. Well, let's ask her about something. Let's ask her about Dwayne. Let's ask her about her good old husband.
You said that your company is based in Akron.
And Dwayne said it's in Cleveland, no doubt.
Well, yes, he did.
Dwayne was in the Marines and Vietnam, you know. Anyway, he got a medical discharge. Thing is, he gets confused. We moved away from Cleveland 5 years ago.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean...
He also gets a little paranoid. Thinks he's a spy or something.
I'm so sorry, Pearl.
Don't worry yourself, George. We live with it.
Dwayne is a war veteran, and he's lost his marbles just a little bit, which comes up in the next game as a prominent puzzle feature, where you have to use Dwayne's connections that he doesn't really have to break into a prison. Just hire Nolan North. He can do all the voices. Yeah, he can do Nolan North. He always sounds the same to me. He sounds very Nolan Northy. The Hendersons are great characters. The Hendersons are great characters, both in this and Harry and the Hendersons. Every character that's called Henderson has always been good. Name one bad. I challenge you to name one bad Henderson. There you go. That's my challenge for you. Yeah, he's got PTSD. Yeah, PTSD. But he's a war veteran, and he's one of the Band of Brothers. I've been watching a lot of Band of Brothers lately. I've got really back into Band of Brothers. Those guys were insane, in a good way. Do you want this statue, Pearl? Do you want it?
What do you think of this fine piece of ancient statuary?
Oh, Matt, that's just what I've been looking for.
Would you like
Loving it.
Would I ever? I'm not carrying the money, though. If you go and find Dwayne, he'll pay you for it. If he gives you any trouble, just tell him that I want it.
Can you not just bank transfer it to us? Kind of been a hush? A rush? We haven't shown Pearl the tissue, have we?
What do you make of this grease paint stained tissue?
Oh, it's grease paint. I thought somebody had gaudy taste in makeup.
No, not us. We've got good taste in makeup. Does George ever put makeup on in a Broken Sword game? Yes, he does. Can you remember which one? Right. What is this? What is this supposed to be?
Have you talked to the boy on the
Oh, the brick.
stand?
That's Nijo. That's supposed to be
Oh,
Nijo.
you've met him? His name's Nijo, you know. Oh, he's just so cute, I could die. I'd love to bundle him up and take him back to Ohio.
He might not thank you.
I'm looking for something ancient, you know. Something to impress the folks back home. The poor boy was trying to do his best, but we still haven't found anything.
Yeah, it's good kid Nijo. Like him a lot. Right. I'm turning the sound up when they're talking. Tell me if that's annoying you or not. Okay, I think we'll do that. We like Pearl and Dwayne.
I've got to go now, Pearl.
We're gonna go get some
Pleasure, George.
some
Don't
bank,
be a stranger.
some Benjamins off Dwayne. Now on the back of the book that I was talking about before is the code. Oh, he's buggered off. It's the code to get Dwayne to talk to you, because he's wandering about. And if I've made a game in Adventure Game Studio, and just getting characters to wander about without it messing up everything up is quite difficult. Talk to Dwayne.
Hi there, Dwayne.
Dwayne, speech script. If talk to flag equals 0, start conversation.
How can I help you, young fella?
FN, no human. There's the code for that particular interaction. Clever stuff. Good gravy looks old. Yeah, good gravy. Do Americans have gravy? Am I being anti-American there by saying they don't? Of course they have gravy. They'll have gravy, won't they? AJC. Yeah, be it. Broken Sword 5, he dressed up as the guy who was murdered, if I recall. He does. He has to get something from the guy's widow and disguise himself to do it. Yep. He has to dress up as the guy's widow, and she's a bit like drunk or stoned or something, and she doesn't know it's not you. Good puzzle, that. Good return to form with that Broken Sword game.
What do you think of this?
Good gravy. Looks old.
Yeah, I had to turn this town upside down.
Boy, your luck's better than ours. Looks Roman.
I wouldn't know.
What'll they say back home? How much do you want, George?
Oh, I couldn't. It's the find of a lifetime. I mean,
$50. Take it or leave it.
I'll take it. Here you go.
Nice.
And here you go.
And here you go. Okay, I'm going to try and say good gravy looks old in my best American accent. I'm going to try and do a Dwayne. Okay. Good gravy looks old. That's the best I can do. Gravy was the currency before the dollar. Ah, see, I'm not a history buff, you know. But it was, wasn't it? It was really like shops were so messy, weren't they? Just gravy all over the counter. That sounds a lot like Elmer Fudd. What, him or me? We could ask him about all this nonsense. Let's ask him about the Bull's Head Hill.
Do you think bulls have any significance around here?
Weird question, George. Nope, I don't think they have.
Thank you.
I saw a medieval picture of a woman. Royalty or nobility, something like that. She was looking in a mirror. But
Was
the
it a smoking
reflection
mirror?
was of a man with 3 faces. What do you think of that?
It's
I
Baphomet.
think you should be in therapy.
It's Baphomet. It's Baphomet. That's who it is. Right, we've got money. So we can get out of here. We can go to the hill.
I'll see you around, Dwayne.
Count on it, George.
Count on it, George. I think us Brits have a quite good handle on the American accent, don't we? Because we just hear so much of it. I say I was watching Band of Brothers the other day. It's how many actors in that show were playing Americans but also were British, because the whole thing was filmed in the UK. Amazing how a bit of cream makes even crap coffee taste decent. I can't stand coffee. But put a bit of grease paint on your statue, I'm all over it. So Broken Sword 3 boxes. I was going to say why Broken Sword 3 has so many boxes. Well, basically, they made the game 3D, which apparently took forever. And because a traditional 3D game had a sort of gameplay loop, so like, for example, I don't know, Quake, for example, is you make one character model for a Marine and you shoot it 100 times in the game. I clicked. George, we just go. I have to click everything twice at the moment. Right, that's the 3rd time I've clicked now. Thank you. So because they were having to do that, the game was really short because they didn't have a gameplay loop. So what they came up with was box pushing puzzles. So they overdid it with the box pushing puzzles. This is why you don't make 3D adventure games in 2005. That's why that's what they should have learned. But like again, they were put from the book. They're putting a lot of pressure by publishers. Everyone wants a 3D game. Everyone wants action. Everyone wants guns. Guns, guns, guns. Right, Altar, take us with you. Remind me to save the game. Oh, George, I clicked. Can you hear me clicking? He's not going when I click tonight. I'm going to swap mice in a minute if you're not careful.
Hello again, Ultar.
Praise be to Allah. I am blessed with your bountiful presence once more.
If I ever buy a restaurant or a club above a carpet shop, I'm having this music playing in the background all day. Brilliant. Absolute tune. Right. Some people can't really do voices. Instagram is evident. I'm not on Instagram. Do people try and do voices on Instagram? I thought Instagram was pictures. I thought Instagram was all like people just posting the holiday pictures and stuff. Cream improves everything. Prince said so. Did he? Did he? The artist formerly known as Cream. Everyone wants Minecraft. Everyone does want Minecraft, I guess. Yeah, are you talking about 3D games there? Yeah, but yeah, no one was saying that. No one was saying everybody wants basically Lego the game. Stray was the closest modern game that I've seen to getting that Broken Sword template right. It's essentially a point-and-click adventure game in the town locations. Okay, is that the one with it's with a cat? Is that the cat game? Is that the cat game? Might be doing it a disservice there by saying, is it the cat game? What's the other good so like walking simulator type games? The Vanishing of Ethan Carter was quite good as a 3D adventure game. The big one was what's the one with the skeletons? It's gone out of my head. Oh, what's it called? Grim Fandango. There you go. Grim Fandango was a good 3D adventure game, but it was just an adventure game, wasn't it? It didn't mess about with box pushing puzzles or anything like that. I've just run out of biscuits, so I just ate a couple of cones just away for a bit. You just ate cones on their own. Wow. Are they not a bit dry? I'll dip them in something. Yep. Or Fortnite. Yep, no one was saying that, were they? In 2005, everyone wants Fortnite. That's the good thing about like Steam and indie games, though, isn't it? You can still get all these point-and-click adventure games now, and basically everything's still getting made. Yes, badly. Insta and TikTok is videos including guff impressions. I don't have TikTok either. I see people reacting to TikTok videos, but I don't get TikTok. It seems like you put the camera in front of your face, moan about everything, and then just post it, or you just like have a really bad angle like that, and you're like, oh, I'm so sick of this. Like somebody sat next to me on the and you just moan about things on TikTok. Oh yeah, remember I have coffee with them. Yeah, waffle cones. Yeah, I got you. Waffle cones. Let's give this guy some money.
Look, Ultar, $50 US.
A splendid sum.
Yeah. Do you not want it? I'm confused now. I thought we were going to give him the money. We don't know about Bull's Head Hill yet, do we? Do we need to go ask him? Do we need to go talk to Dwayne and Pearl about this? I think we do. I think we need more information. More information is required. We've not talked to enough people. Yeah, TikTok is just... You don't need to have TikTok to be on TikTok, it seems. TikTok is just all over the place. TikTok is all over the place. So then, Broken Sword 3, that became a box pushing phantasmagoria. What am I on about? That became a box pushing thing because they needed a repeating gameplay mechanic. And then the company almost went bust then, and it was down to like a skeleton group of people, and they did like little bits and bobs here and there. And they completely outsourced Broken Sword 4 to some other people. And that's why that game is not very good, because it didn't have the heart and soul of Charles Cecil and Tony Warrener and that guy Ince, the guy that did the artwork, and Barrington Furlong, and all the people that worked on this particular game. Yeah. George, I clicked. Right, I'm going to start clicking until you move every time. I feel like if you click during a load cycle, it doesn't do anything. I'm not going to complain about it anymore. At the end of the last stream, I did play an more actiony game just to finish off. Not that we're anywhere near finishing off right now, because we're not even in Spain yet. But what could we play? Has anyone got a PlayStation 1 game that they enjoy? And I'll see if I've got it. Last week we did... Oh, we are going to finish this game in 15 minutes. Yeah, we're on the cusp. This is the big finale. The big finale of the toilet brush and the Jeep. We need to find out about Bull's Head Hill. Who do I ask? Yeah, does anyone have a PlayStation 1 game that they are really fond of? It's quite action orientated. We've played...
Hi there, Dwayne.
We've played Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2. And last week we did Die Hard Trilogy. Casper. I don't have Casper. No, you mentioned... I know you mentioned Casper last time. The problem is I've got a bit of an issue with PlayStation games, and I do buy too many. It'll be about 50p. I mean, let me have a look while we're sorting Dwayne out. I think we have to ask about Ultar. Let's see how much Casper is on eBay.
Have you met Ultar?
I've turned him right down. I'll turn him up a little bit.
Taxi ride, mister.
Yeah, the cabbie.
Tried to pull a bunco on us. Take us on a wild goose chase off into nowhere.
Ooh, an untested job lot, including Casper. Oh, they are scratched to all heaven. £8.90, Casper. Oh, there's one here. PlayStation 1 Casper, a haunting challenge video game with no box. No box, it's 99p. Right, we're putting a bid in for £1 for this game. There we go. I'm bidding on Casper as we speak. It's not going to have a box. Wait, hang on, I'm bidding on the wrong one. Casper, a haunting challenge on the PS1. I don't know why it says a haunting challenge. It just says Casper. It says a Casper, a haunting 3D challenge. It's got like a white cover. I mean, it's the one that's coming up everywhere. So we're going with it. Yeah, I'm gonna go for the one without the box for 99p. I've got some spare boxes. Just for the hilarity of it. Will we get it? We're gonna bid £1. There we go. There we go. It's worth at least 20. Well, I've just bid 1. It has got 4 days left, so I've just bid £1. We'll see if we can get that. Did we figure out where Bull's Head Hill is yet?
Do you mind if I ask you an odd question?
Okay, but I might not answer it.
Do you know anything about the Templars?
The Knights Templar?
Yep.
Nope.
We need
Nothing
to
at all.
trigger
Well, you knew
George
they were
knowing
an
about
order of
Bull's Head Hill
knights.
so we can go there.
What I know and what
I can't remember what we do. Do we have to maybe show
two
the
different
ID
things,
to them
boy.
or something?
I haven't lasted as long as I have in this business without knowing that.
Yeah, the cover.
In this business?
Sure. The greetings card business.
It's like it's a
Oh,
white
please.
cover. Yeah, pretty much a black and white cover with the 3 horrible ghosts on the front. Yeah, that's it. Well, I've bid on it, so we'll see.
Does the image of a knight holding a crystal ball mean anything to you?
Yeah, any other requests then for a so
I don't know.
what have I got?
That's the problem.
No, go on, throw another one out there. There's a good chance I've got it on that shelf
Not
somewhere.
a crystal ball. It all came together in my head. What the conspirators had mentioned losing. The strange perspective of the manuscript. It's a lens.
It's a lens.
Do you know the name Merlin?
Nope.
Okay. Have you seen this guy?
Have you seen this man before?
Maybe. Where'd you
Yes, that's what we need to do. We need
I
to
just
show him
picked
this.
it up somewhere.
get it? Sure. I'm always picking up photos of complete strangers and then asking around.
Medieval. Do I have medieval?
Ow! Damn it!
There. I've got another picture of a complete stranger. Maybe I'll
thought I
ask
did have
around
medieval.
about this one.
No, do you know what? I don't have medieval. Gutting. Yeah. I've got it on my little pocket PlayStation. You know, the PlayStation Classic, but I don't actually have a boxed copy of it. I'll read some games out. So I've got R-Type, Roll Cage, Descent. Do you remember Descent? Lone Soldier, Quake 2, Colony Wars, Crash Bash, Nightmare Creatures, that's quite a good one. Tomb Raider, Fade to Black, Carmageddon, Magic Carpet, Exhumed, Command and Conquer, V-Rally, Tekken, Twisted Metal. Whoa, that's weird. I looked at Twisted Metal and I looked back at the screen and you said Twisted Metal. I've got Twisted Metal. There we go. We got one. Twisted Metal we have. Right. What did he say about this guy? Maybe Pearl recognised him. Oh, maybe we just need to show the picture to Altar. We need to show the picture to Altar. Yeah, I said Twisted Metal, and I looked at the screen, and then you said Twisted Metal as well. So there you go.
Hello again, Pearl.
Oh, stop your conversation, Pearl. Goodness sake. Yeah, we'll play a bit of Twisted Metal in a bit.
Hello, George.
Still a good game.
It's such a pleasure to see you again.
Still a good game. Have you seen this man?
Have you seen this man before?
I'm looking for a man.
Wow. A friend of yours?
No, not really. Have you met the taxi man, Ultar?
It happened last week as well. Like I literally someone said Die Hard Trilogy and I had it in my hand.
But you didn't
It's
go for
really
a
odd.
ride.
Why, George, you're absolutely the most.
Oh, you mean a
Nope.
taxi ride?
She got the wrong end of the stick.
No, Dwayne wasn't interested, so it didn't happen.
No, it's Dwayne. He just wants to walk around in a circle. That's his game. Right, maybe we need to show the picture to Altar. I can't remember what to do. Well, I personally think, I don't think George
I gotta go now,
is
Pearl.
really into
It's
Pearl,
been
but
a
I think he
pleasure,
is into the
George.
Countess.
Don't be a stranger.
I think he's all over the Countess. Even Nico thinks he's got the hots for her. What do you think? George, go when I click, mate. You're embarrassing me. I've forgotten what to do to get to Bull's Head Hill. I think maybe we have to show Ultar the picture of Khan. No, didn't mean to click that. Oh, he does like Nurse Grendel. He does. Who are George's top 5 female characters? Nico is number 1, obviously. Trying to think, is there anyone in Broken Sword 2 as well that he's a fan of? What's the name in the with the piano? Lady with the piano. Lady with the piano. Lady Paramount. Lady Paramount. Yeah, Stobby. Yeah, we need to ask him. That's it. Yeah, I've got it. Stobby. Let's go show him the picture. We're back on track. Well, I'm glad you're here, Bude, because I'd completely forgotten about that bit of the game. It's been a good couple of years since I played this. I don't like to play it too often because I like my memory to fade, so that occasionally I do get a little bit stuck. Stubby!
Have you seen this man before?
Oh, most certainly. Was here only yesterday.
Here? Yesterday? My God, he's close.
Yes, he was asking a lot of questions.
Questions just like you.
What did he ask about?
He asked about American called Stobby.
Stubby. Well done.
Stobart?
Well
Yes,
done. Well
Stobart.
played.
You know him.
The killer knew my name. What else did he ask about?
He asked about German man called Klobner.
I tried to remember
Klausner.
the man the conspiracy had lost in Syria.
I'm
Was
just
his
going to knit
name
for a wee.
Klausner?
Sure, that is
I'll be
what
back in a
Ultar
sec.
said. Klausner. I told this man in the picture, Klausner wanted to go up to Bull's Head.
Hold on. He wanted to go where?
Bull's Head. Big hill, 10 miles out of town. Maybe 60.
When was that?
Oh, maybe a week ago.
Right, here we go, Clobby. Let's go, Clobby, Stobby. Right, take us to Bull's Head Hill. We've got to get there. We've
What
got
can you tell me about this Bull's Head Hill?
48 minutes
Most magnificent, lovely
to get
views.
to
Worth
Spain.
visiting. Yes, by indeedity.
How do I
Indeed.
get there? No. Let me guess.
You need fine luxury guide to take you there in air-conditioned taxi.
Woe is me. Where can I find such a guide?
And Ultar is most luxurious guide for most literally
How
somewhere
convenient.
in any direction.
Gee willikers, lucky old me.
Are you desirous of my pleasant and luxuriant service?
Yeah, well, come on. Let's go, baby.
All right, let's go.
Baby.
First, I regret the formalities.
Yeah, $50.
50.
Of course.
Oh, what the hell?
Come on, let's get going. Let's get going.
Most excellent. Oh, dude.
Oh, dude.
Mister,
Yeah, dude.
we make with haste.
Ah, okay. I'll be along in a minute.
He walks funny, doesn't he? Look.
It didn't seem right to take off with the toilet keys, so I left them on the bar.
What about the towel, though, George? You going to take that with you? Let's get out of here. As a kid, the part where I can't reach into the wardrobe scared me. I think because I've been in situations before where I was nearly caught in rooms I shouldn't be in, and it felt like that. Wow. Do you want to elaborate on that story? Were you looking for an ancient manuscript in a hotel? We've all been there. We've all been there. I don't know how many times I've had to throw an ancient manuscript out of a window to stop being murdered by a bunch of thugs. It's just once a week at least.
Hello again, Ultar.
His most splendid and adventurous client.
That's us. Let's get out of here, Ultar. Come on.
That's your taxi?
Oh, yes, most assuredly.
Yeah, come on. Skip.
It looks like an old art.
Skip.
Bah!
Skip.
You have lost
Skip.
sight of what a taxi should truly be.
Skip.
About...
There, you have hit the nail in the nutshell.
Skip.
Okay, already, let's...
Let's go.
Regrettably not, most esteemed fair. There is a minor problem of a tiny
course there
nature.
is.
The fan belt has taken it upon itself to break.
So, what are you gonna do?
What can I do? I must wait for a ride to the garage.
No,
How-
no.
One day?
No.
Maybe 6.
One day, maybe 6.
I can't wait that long. We gotta get moving.
But how, my friend?
I'll think of something.
Yeah, we will. We got it on us. I was a little bugger as a kid. Hiding in wardrobes. You know what? You can get away with it as a kid, can't you? That's all that Misa said, basically, when I was a kid. Taking coins from my dad's jeans on the floor for school when he was sleeping. Fair enough. It's all water under the bridge now, isn't it? That's life. Right, so obviously we give him the towel as a fan belt, which probably wouldn't work. How much did you pillage? Yeah, how much did you pillage? Good question.
Ultar took the towel from me, cut it in 2 lengthways, and gave me
Must
the half
remember to
back.
save.
With his half, he did the kind of fan belt replacement that's normally done with stockings.
Not all of it. The key is don't take it all. Clever. Like Superman 3 or the movie Office Space. If you're like where they round it up to the nearest pound and steal like little pennies, but they steal it like they steal a million little pennies. Right, we're off to Bull's Head Hill, people. We're not in Spain yet. We are not in Spain yet. We are not in Spain yet. We're not in Kansas anymore. Do we get a nice little cutscene? Look at this. Look at this. That's a 3D model, that. That's a 3D model. Isn't it? Look at that. It's blurry as anything on my screen. I don't know what it looks like on yours. It's a bit of screen tearing as well. You know what? It was good. And hope that he that he had so much smash he didn't count it. Remember, back in those days, pennies were more prominent in our change. They were, yeah. Well, hopefully he's not watching this. You'll be busted. Right, got to save this game because death is imminent. Death is imminent, and I might not even want to die, and I might die anyway. But you know what's going to happen now? There's no one walking around. There's no animations going on. So the mouse suddenly moves like butter. Look at that. We've been struggling to even get the mouse cursor to move, and now just look at it. Oh, it stopped then. But yeah, mostly good. Save. We'll save again in a bit, but I just want to... Oh, look how smooth it runs there. Can't control it. Right. I'm a third-party memory card, which has got, I think, 250 megabytes of save space. Right. We managed to get to Broken Sword 11, saving these. Let's save. Save it up. I remember when polo mints were 10p. Now they're 10p each. They're probably more than 10p each. Did any of you have a big change jar filled with... Yes. Yes, we did. Did any of you have a big change jar filled with 1, 2, 5, 10, 20p's out? We had a massive bottle. I was just going to say it was a gigantic bottle. Yeah, a big beer bottle with the screw cap on with a hole in the top. And we used money from the... Yeah, we did. Yeah, we did that. I remember when Freddos were 10p. Freddos are how everyone, including the government, judges inflation. I've got 2 soup bowls full of pennies in my kitchen. It weighs a lot, but it's basically worthless. Is it as worthless as this stick I'm about to pick up? And look, he does it first time now, because he's not... We're not struggling to load all Dwayne's walking animations in the background. Lovely. Use stick with towel.
With a flourish, I tied the end of the towel to the stick with a textbook reef knot.
Use textbook reef knot with Cliff. Let's get out of here.
I could see that.
Yeah, they're 25p now, which doesn't sound like a lot, but it's more than double what they should be. And Space Raiders are a good example of how to judge inflation as well. A pack of Space Raiders is like 25, 30p now. Kids today don't know what a Tazbar is, no. Do they know what a Tazo is? Do you remember we used to get Tazos? There's a Tazo. Far superior to a caramel Freddo. If we're talking about the king of chocolate bars, though,
really safe, but I had no choice.
you've got to go for a double decker.
Going mountaineering when I'd come to Syria.
Here we are. Guess where George is going to die soon. Can we just walk off the cliff? Can we just jump off the cliff?
I got that, go on, jump, it'll be fun feeling you sometimes get at the cliff edge. If I manage to land on the truck without hitting a support, I might even survive it.
Oh, that's a little
If I'd
clue.
been a little bit younger and a whole bunch more stupid, I might have gone for it.
Right, so there's a little clue in the dialogue there that you could survive that jump. Go on, George, do it. No. Yeah, so he's telling us basically it'd be alright if he thinks he could survive the canopy, the jump canopy thing.
I didn't like the idea of putting my hand in there. But there was something in there. A metal ring, as wide as my hand.
Let's put your hole in the hand. Your hole in the hand? No, that's not right. Let's put your hand in the hole.
I took a firm hold of the ring.
Oh, come on, George, get on with it. We're not even close to getting to Spain here.
Whoa there.
Excellent. Struggle to eat those now. My limit in chewiness is Mars or Snickers. Oh, double deckers are you talking about? Yeah. But you know, they are just a taste sensation. They just got all it's that balance of flavour, texture, chewy nougat, crispy bits, chocolatey bits. What more could you want from a chocolate bar? I think up there I quite like a whisper caramel as well. Quite partial to a whisper caramel. Here we go. I need to save again in a minute.
Around the corner, I found the corpse.
Yep. Yeah, they do mess up your teeth.
Oh my God. Klausner? Large as life and twice as dead. I'd hardly had time to accept the fact when I heard the door mechanism start.
Uh-oh, George.
Oh man, no! The door had slammed shut, trapping me. I had a bad feeling about how Klausner had died.
No, if the government are having a meeting about the rate of inflation, the first question will be slap a Freddo on the table and say 25p. The ONS doesn't list Freddos for inflation, but it does say various selected popular brands of sweets, chocolates, gums, and mints. That'd be a Freddo. That'll be the day. I can just about eat a Lion bar, which is doable. Does it do your teeth in? Let's check out this guy.
Okay, all right. I've done more fun things in my life than searching a corpse.
Now, George is putting himself in great peril in this game, isn't he? He's searching this corpse and he's about to find some things. Does he need to do any of this? I mean, he's just a holiday maker in Paris, isn't he? He's got himself really embroiled with it. He's getting nothing out of this. He's not getting paid. He's not a private investigator. He's just a guy.
Glass. That settled it. The knight on the manuscript had been holding a lens the whole time, not a crystal ball.
So, the guy was carrying a lens. Now we just need to look at stuff.
I couldn't think of anything to do with the statue, apart from scaring small children with it.
I have squint teeth and two missing from the back, one on each side. Oh, that sucks. Yeah, stick with a whisper bar then.
A stone head bearing 3 bearded faces. It was a strange image, but a powerful one, redolent with antiquity and ancient mysteries.
Redolent.
Sure was an ugly one, though.
Redolent. Redolent with mystery and ancient antiquities. Now, you didn't get that kind of dialogue in Resident Evil, did you? This is what blew me away about this game. It just felt like a storybook come to life. I might get my teeth straightened to eat easier, not for vanity reasons. Yeah, if you're struggling to eat, that's a perfectly good reason to get your teeth sorted. Particularly appeasing if I lose any more. Yeah, some people just have trouble with their teeth. Like, I drink a lot of Coke and stuff, and I don't have any problems with my teeth. I know a lot of people who really look after their teeth and end up losing a lot of teeth anyway. It's genetics. Genetics suck. It's like some people can go to the gym and get bigger and bigger and bigger. And it doesn't really take that much. But I can't. I'll try and try and try, and I'll just look pretty much the same. Maybe a bit thinner. I'm saving now because I know I'm going to screw this next bit up. I'm going to save over the last one. Let's save on memory space. Save, save, save. I did a... Resident Evil's, much as I love it, had horrendous dialogue. Yeah, it's when you compare it to this. When you compare it to this. This is ace. when you compare it to this, I mean, that is amazing dialogue. So the puzzle that's going to come up with Khan is you have to choose the right dialogue options. So you have to tell him some things, but not other things. So I guess a lot of people died. You have to floss. I don't floss. My dentist told me that I'm supposed to brush every teeth individually, one at a time, in a circle for about a minute each one. And I was like, I've got kids, I can't do that. I'm just chucking them in the bath, brushing my teeth, chucking them out of the bath again, getting them in the bed. You just don't have time for that kind of faffing about with your teeth, do you?
I couldn't take the inscription with me, and I didn't have a notebook or a camera to record it. All I could do was stare at it and try to memorize it.
Yeah, I probably should floss. I'm very complacent with my teeth because I treat them so badly and they don't fall out. So, but one, I think one.
Occidenta
Cita est in
ora
ora
mundi.
mundi. Okay,
Okay.
go to Britain. We get to go to Scotland at some point in this game.
That would have to do.
Yeah, the electric brush Oral B stuff is what they want you to do with each tooth.
The mouth's open.
So I guess that's kind
It
of
must
doing
be
the job
Ultar.
anyway, isn't it?
My God. If he comes in, we'll both be trapped. Ultar! Don't come in! It's a trap! Stay where you
It's a trap.
are! You!
Oh, you've got the opposite problem with your teeth then. If they're together.
Hello, Mr. Stobart.
Uh-oh.
We meet in the most unusual places.
This is the famous "or the groin" line.
Do not make any sudden moves. I have no desire to maim you.
Ready?
Did you say maim?
I did. Dead men tell no tales, as you say. And I want to hear everything that you have to tell me.
And what if I don't want to talk?
Then I shall, most regrettably, have to kill you.
Or the
Rest
groin.
assured, however, that
Say
I
it.
am
Say
an
your line.
excellent shot. You would not suffer.
Oh, that's good. Believe me, I'm really assured.
It is rather dark in here. I think we should conduct our business outside.
Ready for the
Why
groin?
should I make myself an easier target?
If I fire at you, Mr. Stobart, I
Ready.
shall hit you even in here. But, unfortunately, my marksmanship will suffer. It could be the difference between hitting you in the
Here
leg
it comes.
or the groin.
Boy, it sure is hot in here.
That's how he
No
says groin.
sudden moves, Mr. Stobart.
Or the groin. That is great voice acting. That is the greatest use of the word groin in any media anywhere. Prove me wrong.
Now then, where shall we start?
How about being bosom buddies and you putting that gun away?
Klausner, do you know where he is?
Right, we have to lie sometimes, and so we have to tell him stuff that he wants to hear. Yes.
Yep, he's dead. Just around the corner of the cave. You want to look?
It is
I'll
given extra
take your
volume.
word for it. How did he die?
Starvation or dehydration by the look of it.
He was caught in this trap you were shouting about. Yes, I suspected as much. The Templars were not ones to give away their secrets lightly. Was he carrying anything of importance?
Okay, so telling him that Klausden was there doesn't really help him, but we don't want to tell him about the lens. If we lie with all the questions, do we still get through this? Wait, do I want to kill George at this point? I thought we were going to see all the deaths, weren't we? Do you know what? I'm not going to because I need to get to Spain.
No, nothing.
So, why is this location important? What did the Templars hide here?
I'll
It
probably
was
die
not
anyway. I'll probably
effective.
mess this up. Tell telling me
Well,
about
there
the
was something in
Latin.
Latin up on the wall.
Latin. Do you remember it, Mr. Stobart? What did it say?
In
Accidenta
accidenta
cita
est
est
in
ora
ora
mundi.
mundi.
To the west is the edge of the world.
Ah, the words of Caesar. Yes, that makes sense.
Well, I know that roughly it means to the west, to the edge of the world. But what the heck is that about?
It tells me where the sword of Baphomet lies.
Scotland.
Mr. Stobart, I am sure that you are just what you appear to be.
Oh, I don't like this.
A gifted amateur.
Don't see you with a bog
Thanks, I
brush.
But
How
I
many
can
bo-
no longer tolerate your interference.
How many toilet brushes have
There is
you
far
got
more
on
at
your
stake
travels,
than you realize.
buddy?
So what are you going to do?
I regret that we must
Right, here we
do
go.
this here and now.
Concentrate, everybody.
Your only choice now is whether you die like a man or like a dog.
Yeah, we're gonna die like a man. Are we ready? Don't balls it up.
Okay, you're the boss. I'll take my
This
bets.
should be easier in theory with a
You are
mouse.
an honorable man, Mr. Stobart. A rare breed. I should like to...
Oh, we have to do that. Yeah, we have to do the.
Yeah.
I'm
Well,
gonna. This is not gonna go well.
what the heck?
Yeah.
It was a long way down. Below, I could see Ultar's truck.
Come on. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Choose it. Choose it. Choose it. Choose it. Oh, did I do unclick it?
Okay, let's get this over with.
I clicked it. I was compensating for the fact the game wasn't doing it properly, and I clicked twice. So there we go. We killed George. Fantastic. Well, I told you we might see that death anyway. So what you need to do is you need to have the buzzer in his hand, but I clicked on it and then unclicked it. So we get to hear the whole in the groin bit again. Yeah, so I don't want to be that guy that blames his tools, but the problem with this PlayStation version is that mouse doesn't move smoothly. So it gets kind of stuck when the game's loading, so I'm totally blaming it. I'm totally blaming the PlayStation. No, I'm going to make you listen to the dialogue again. I'm going to skip every bit except for "or the groin." Is that okay? No, there is an autosave because if I played this game so many times, I knew about it. Right, come on then. Oh god, imagine if I can't get through this bit now. It's like I'm playing a game where there's hardly any challenge to it whatsoever, and the one challenge that's been needed is that I've totally ballsed up. Come on, George. Yeah, we'll do it though. We'll do it. I might have to switch to controller because sometimes it can be easier on this one with the controller to do that bit. It's totally the PlayStation mouse. Actually, it's not the mouse. It's the fact that the game doesn't load properly. I'm blaming the game. I'm blaming the shoddy port of this game, which wasn't by Revolution Studios. It was by somebody else. Skip, 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 skip. No, I'm not. It's a tricky bit. It's a tricky bit. Yeah, that I've not been able to recreate that thumbnail I did with the man abuses the goat. I usually forget all about this live stream until it gets to Thursday, and then I'm at work thinking about this live stream, and I think I've not done a thumbnail for it. And then my daughter just hates me setting up my OBS, so she was here climbing on my head, jumping on me, being a nightmare when I was trying to install OBS. Not install OBS, set it up. Let's get the in the groin bit.
Believe me, I'm really assured. Why?
If I... But it could be the... or the groin.
There we go.
Boy, it sure is hot in here.
Come on. We got the in the groin bit. We could be hearing that again. We could be hearing that again. Yeah. Well, I wish I had changed it, because I don't think I'm going to get to this candle.
Now
Okay.
Yep, he's... Start...
was
No.
So you can actually move the mouse cursor while they're talking, but you can't see it. So I can actually move it to the top and try and predict where it needs to be. I mean, I don't think I can save now. No, I can't save now.
Well, there was something in Latin up on the wall.
Latin.
Oh, de groin.
Mr. Stobart. What did it say?
Well, I know...
Your only choice.
I want to die like a man trying to click a button. Okay.
Okay, you're the
Right.
boss. I'll take my medicine.
You
Come
are
on.
an honorable man, Mr. Stobart. A rare breed. I should like to shake your hand.
Yeah,
Okay.
it was a long...
Did I do it? Right. Okay, done that bit. Now run. Run, George! Run! Right, we did it. We did it. That would have really hurt your ass, by the way. Can you imagine jump off a cliff right onto a seat of a truck? Nightmare. Yeah, do you know? I don't think you even have to drag it to him on this version of the game. I think they changed it. I think you just have to get it clicked on. And the candle is on a candelabra.
Luckily...
Hooray! Nice, thank you.
Truck broke my fall.
I mean, it is literally the one action sequence of this game, and I made a pig's ear of it.
Part of the experience was Ultar's driving.
What about the lens? Is it still in one piece?
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Well, it's good to see you again, Josh.
Really?
Oh, hello.
I have to say, I'd have enjoyed Syria a lot more if you'd been there.
Ooh, Georgie.
I wouldn't have been much help. Anyway, you did just fine on your own.
Okay. Do we need to talk to Nico about anything here? Before I leave? Show her the lens, maybe?
Have you any idea what this lens might be used for?
As a magnifying glass, obviously. I'm sure you'll find it very...
Yeah, why do you think George is sitting on the sofa now? He's just shattered his tailbone.
I'll be back as soon as I can.
Okay.
Jump off a cliff, land through a very thin canopy onto like a slightly padded chair. I mean, the shock of that is going to just rattle your teeth if you've got any left. Probably good to have your teeth too close together at that point. Yeah, he was pretty smooth, wasn't he? They do get together, George and Nico. Spoilers again, sorry. Right. To Spain. How do we get to Spain? Someone remind me. We need to go to the church, don't we? And look at the lens and talk to the priest. And there's something we have to look at on the wall. Do we need to ask Lobino about it as well? Anyone know? I want to get there quick. Do we need to go speak to Lobino or do we need to go to Montfaucon first? Should we go to Montfaucon? We're not going to get to the candle, I know that much. We're going to get to Spain though. I'm not stopping till I see that dude mowing the lawn. Not mowing the lawn, spraying the lawn. Imagine you accidentally bit your tongue at the same time. You end up like Ultar's friend. Yeah. Go to the church. Yeah, I'm on my way. I'm on my way. I can use a lens. on a statue. Don't I have to look at... Oh, there's some more good dialogue coming up soon with the pews. I'm going to turn it up for that one as well. Some good dialogue. Let's look at these pews.
A row of old pews, beautifully carved and glowing with polish. I thought of all the people who must have sat here over the decades. All those Parisian derrieres, firm buttocks of the young ladies, the flabby flesh of the old men. That wasn't a pleasing image, so I went back to the young ladies. Whoa!
Lopez, that's the guy. Lopez. Yeah, we need to see Lopez mowing his lawn? Not mowing his lawn. What am I talking about? Watering his lawn. Is it? Do we need to look at one of these? I think. No. No, we need to talk to the priest, don't we?
Excuse me, Father.
Pardon?
Do you mind if I ask you a few questions?
Not at all, monsieur. It will be my pleasure to help you.
Okay.
What do you know about the Knights Templar?
You have come to the right place, if that is your interest. Many of them were executed in the square outside.
Sounds very
it was
angelic.
a disgrace to France.
Well, the Pope was right behind it, though.
Clement V was a man of mammon, not of God.
That's kind of forthright for a priest, isn't it?
You think so? It is hard to be sure what happened
Right, yeah.
so long ago.
How long have you worked here?
So how do we trigger Spain?
Hardly work, monsieur. This is a calling. I have been helping Father Flambert for nearly 6 months now.
I guess you don't know much about the history of this church, then.
Just a little.
You've got quite a shine on that candlestick.
Au.
Catch you later.
Au revoir, monsieur.
Well, we might not get to the candle, but we do have green candle with us. So that pretty much, I'd say, that makes the title of the stream
The statue
worthy.
had any secrets. It was concealing them pretty well.
Show me your secrets.
A statue per disciplinum meum lux videbis.
Yeah, I'm going to use the lens. I'm hoping that triggers Spain. How do you trigger Spain?
A bit of a stained glass window. Wow.
Maybe we have to speak to Lobino.
Hoping for a big insight while squinting through a hunk of statuary had been pretty optimistic, I guess.
Let's get on this.
The lens fitted into the end of the scroll like a hand into a...
Yeah, we're using the lens here. So, I remember using Lindsay, but I can't remember the tree of Spain yet. Why do Spanish and Portuguese act have about 10 names? Guillermo des Lopez, Julio, Fabio, Gutierrez, I can't even read the last bit. So longer names than that.
Templar burning at the stake. And a date.
We've got a date. I think we have to go back to Lobino with this.
Let me see. M-C-C-C.
So I named my limited company after the Cafe and Broken Sword.
That's
The Cafe de Chandelle Vert. Is that what you called it? Is that what you called your company? Yeah, Cafe de Chandelle Vert. Wow. Has anyone ever picked up on that, though? Has anyone ever picked up on that's what you've done? Because if I ever saw that, I'd be all over it. Yes, Lobino identifies the crest. Right, so we need to go speak to Lobino. Slag off paella and sangria. Is that how we get to Spain? I mean, George is clocking up the air miles with that bag of powder.
Hello again, Father.
Bonjour, monsieur.
Let's quickly ask him about this before we get to Spain.
Did you know that the center window conceals
Right, we're off to Lobino.
the image of a man burning at the stake?
The burning man?
What, you knew?
That there was a hidden image? No. But the church has a reputation for...
Cafe de Chandelle Vert.
Many times, people have claimed to have seen a burning man in the window. But when others they look, there is nothing. Perhaps...
Yeah, I got it. Yeah.
So for the figure
He's
to
good.
appear.
Slag off paella.
Yeah, or maybe you need a special lens. Catch you later.
How else could you trigger Spain? Bullfighting isn't a real sport. That's how you trigger Spain. Your national team plays tippy-tappy football. Chandelle Vert means green candle. My company is called Green Candle Traction Limited, so nobody is as big a nerd as me. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Cafe. I never thought to translate what Chandelle Vert means. Of course it does. Chandelle Vert means green candle. My company is called Green Candle Traction Limited. Wow. Wheels within wheels. Just no, yeah. I did not put two and two together there. My quick wit doesn't work well with delay. I knew verte means green. Chandelier means candle holder. Then. So, it's been a very candly episode either way, hasn't it? That's a really good story. What other Broken Sword references have just people have picked up? I mean, obviously, yeah, that's a good one though, and it's quite subtle as well. There it is. There's your company. I tell people I saw it on a cafe in France. Yeah, you don't have to explain the whole of Broken Sword to them, do you? It reminds me of the time that I rewrote the whole of Broken Sword's opening like 20 minutes for a school writing assignment. Also, apparently green candle is an image for prosperity and success, so I like that double meaning to it too. Well, bravo on your company name. I like it.
Hi, Andre. Hello, Georgie. What's with the long face?
Haven't you heard?
No.
The tripod was stolen.
No kidding.
I just don't get it. So many other treasures, and the thieves choose the tripod.
A modern-day alchemist, perhaps?
Who knows? There's no shortage of crazies in Paris.
I used to be a barista.
Hey, I visited Nicole's apartment.
Bet you did.
Yeah, she told me you came by.
Tell me about Spain.
Ooh, quite a fine Georgie boy. I didn't expect anything quite so sexy.
My goodness.
I hope you're referring to the manuscript.
Oui, of course. Where have you been? Nicole said you were away.
I just returned from Syria.
Syria? On the trail of the Templars?
It's a long story, but I found the bull's head. It was referred to on the manuscript, remember?
Yes, what is it?
A secret cave built into a high cliff face. In the cave, I discovered a map bearing a phrase in Latin. In occidenta sita est in ora mundi.
The island of Britain.
Lies at the edge of the world, to the west.
Strange. That map seems to contain a series of pointers.
Like I said, it's a treasure map.
Okay.
What did you make of the manuscript?
It dates from the time of the Crusades.
We guessed that from the Templar seal.
It's a story and pictures like a modern-day comic book.
Tell me about it.
What story does the manuscript tell?
I don't know. It was probably produced for the tourist market.
Tourists?
Oh, oui, pilgrims in their thousands on their way to Jerusalem. The tourist trade is nothing new, you know. It's been around for centuries. Ever since Joshua made a packet selling souvenir bricks from the walls of Jericho.
Have you deciphered any of the images on the manuscript?
There's very little I can be sure about. The slang of the bull could be a reference to Mithras,
Who's he?
a Persian god, almost as popular as Christ at one time. The only thing I can be sure of is the knight. He's Spanish.
How
Spanish!
Oh,
can you tell that?
The writing on the shield, the reference to Ave Maria. No self-respecting knight from Northern Europe would have borne a coat of arms like that.
Oh, come on, tell us where to go.
Can you identify the knight's coat of arms?
I already did, Georgie.
Georgie.
He's a member of the De Vasconcelos family from the Costa Calida.
Yes,
Were
yes,
they
yes,
famous?
yes, yes.
No, they're not mentioned after the 15th century.
Oh,
The spotlight of history moved on. They're probably long dead.
do you think the
Right, let's get going. Thanks, Lobino.
Yo,
To Spain! Wow, there was a lot to do in Syria.
I tried to sneak my hand inside while the
Oh,
guard
what we
wasn't
doing here?
looking.
I haven't got time for that nonsense. Do you use dark chocolate for your mocha's green candle? Gives them a much better taste than the powder. A lot more acceptable mid-90s apparently. Or too expensive to buy in bulk. Ah, a bit of cross purposes I think. It's not a cafe then. That I run sadly. I work in transport, yeah. So you don't actually own a cafe. You've named your transport company after a cafe. I think this game resonated with people, didn't it? And a lot of people have remembered it, kept it with them. It's a good quality game for good people. Good people play this game. Good, honest folk. There's no. I've never heard a mass murderer say, "Yeah, I play Broken Sword." There we go. The villa. Let's go find Lopez. The Villa de Vasconcelos. Checking out the coat of arms. Yep, we're in the right place. We spent a lot of money. We didn't bring $1 to Syria, but we can afford all these plane tickets. Here we are. España. So the the manuscript had the crest on it. That's why we're here. Lovely music again. There's Lopez. We come back to Spain again. Definitely that. I don't know why it made an impact such as the way it did. Or this game. I think it's just good characters, good story. You know, you feel like you know these characters after you played this game. And there wasn't a lot like that back in the day, was there? There it is. The candle is in there. The candle is in there, and we failed. We failed to... Because I'm not going to be able to play for long enough to get to the candle. So I'm going to get as close to it as I can. It's in there somewhere. That's where the candle is. Broken Sword is the Hey Arnold of point and clicks. Anyway, doing the right thing, and if anyone is illegal, it's for the greater good. The greater good. Right, let's save this. We'll be back there next week. Before I do go, though, we are going to play. We're going to finish off with an action-y PS1 game to sort of cleanse our palate of all this pointing and clicking business. I feel like this was quite actiony tonight with the whole jumping off the cliff business. So we'll save, and we're going to play Twisted Metal World Tour. I've not got the first one. First one's really expensive. Must make sure we save our game though. Play a little bit of Twisted Metal. There we go. Still got space on this third-party memory card. Save. It's quite yeah, it's a very wholesome game, isn't it? I mean, Lobano's a bit of a creep, and we do break a lot. We do break a lot of laws. We've impersonated a doctor. We've stolen things. We've broken into places. We've annoyed a small boy with a ball. We've harmed a goat. But does Twisted Metal World Tour still work? Oh, no, it's not dirty. I've taken it out. It's alright. Relax, Broken Sword. It's okay. Yeah, we'll do one level. Oh, I can't play this with a mouse, can I? Hang on a sec. I've got the controller that's not an analog controller, so but I'm guessing Twisted Metal World Tour didn't need it. Yeah, I bet it looks really rough now. Joe, I don't think it was that good looking back in the day, you know this. And I'm not upscaling my PlayStation 1, so you're getting it in very low resolution. Oh, I bet two-player looks appalling. Right, what are we doing? We'll start a tournament. We're not going to finish it, but let's start a tournament. Right, roadkill. No, they do all have different properties, these. Got roadkill, twister, axle, and they've all got little backstories to them, look. Some are faster, some are slower, some are... obviously, I think the bigger ones are stronger. I think Warthog's quite a good one. So him there, he gets annihilated pretty quick. He's got very low health. Grasshopper, I think he's quite fast. Thumper, and they've all got different special moves as well. Thumper's got quite a good special move. Worms, I've got Worms. Not the game. What should we go with? Do we just want to bludgeon people to death, or do we want to have some... I mean, this guy has been forcibly made into a car. For 20 years I've been stuck in this hellish contraption, hiding and waiting for the day when I'd be brave enough to fight back. If I win, I'm asking for the strength to confront the man who did this to me. I promise you I won't be a freak forever. So yeah, he's been turned into a vehicle. What are we going with? Should we go with Axel? That era of Worms was so good. I've got Worms! I've got Worms. I've got the game Worms, not actual Worms. I've got the game Worms. I might have Worms, but I've got the game Worms. I mean, the 2D games haven't aged that badly. I was looking at Lemmings the other day. Lemmings looks appalling. The 3D Lemmings. Right, let's go for it. Let's get going. How do I fire? I don't know what I'm doing. How do I do... So that's boost. How do I fire the special? That's how you change it. Okay, so it's the top two buttons. I've got homing missiles. Okay. How do I fire the missile? Guessing it's L2. Oh, it's very polygony, isn't it? It's very pop-up-y as well. Right, let's find someone. Right, I know how to fire my weapons at least now. Right. Where are you? Ooh. What's our our special is that? What does that do? Is that just like an EMP thing? Oh, did we get him? Okay. The homing things are right. I mean, it's not easy to even see what's going on, really. Somebody, have a bit of that, have a bit of them. Have a bit of that, have a bit of one of them. I mean, our health is quite good. I think we picked quite a strong character. I want to win, I want to do this, I want to win if I'm playing it. It doesn't look good though, does it, this game? It's not aged well at all. I'm not getting the health because I think we can save that for a little bit. There's somebody. That indistinct blob is somebody. Yes, there we go. It's just not easy to see what everything is. Oh, missed. He's got me. That's his special move. This is janky. Yeah, it's janky. Doesn't mean I don't want to beat it though. Doesn't mean I don't want to win. Come on. Come on, we can take this guy now. Get out of this. Right, that's one down. We've got no health. Where is the health? There we go. There we go, and there's another one there. Ow. Ow. Oh, Jesus. Oh, miss broken sword. Miss broken sword. hurting my eyes. Right, we're dead. I think we've got 2 more lives though. And we're back. We're back in the room. So Warthog's got full health. Yeah, not anymore. Yeah, he is literally a tank. He's just tanking everyone's hits. Yeah, I don't think we're going to win this. Yeah, your little machine gun thing doesn't do much. So difficult to control. So there's no accelerate button, you're just using the D-pad to go forwards and backwards as well. I think we're doomed. We're doomed. We're doomed, Captain Mannering. Yeah, we're on our last legs already. Let's go slam into someone to kill ourselves. It's kamikaze. There you go. We're done. We're done. We're done there. Right. Wow, it really does look so old now. Anyone mind the Rugrats game? The Rugrats game was okay. The Rugrats game was okay. It was up there. So I was watching Day 9 earlier, playing a game called Humanity. It's a take on Lemmings. Well worth a look if you like those sort of puzzles. I'm going to check that out. Humanity. Yeah, because there's not really been another Lemmings since Lemmings, has there? This is janky. Yep, it was very janky. I think it'll win that auction now, as it's so old. Only people who played it back then will know that game. I'm hoping so, because I'll play it on the next stream if I can. It's hurting my eyes too. Yeah, I'm sorry. I haven't bought the equipment that requires me to upscale my PS1, so, and it's not available anyway. Apparently there's shortages. But if I could have played all this on my PS3, which does a good job of upscaling, but unfortunately it won't let me use my mouse. So that's why we do it on there. I blinked about 5 times. Yeah, my eyes are hurting after playing that. I don't think that looked good back then. I think that was quite janky. But I think they were going for frame rate and speed with this one. But there you go. Right, so we made it to Spain. We got through Syria. We didn't get to the candle. But I'm going to call it a day there because I've got to go to bed. Got to work in the morning. All that stuff. So I appreciate everyone who came and watched this nonsense. I appreciate you coming along. I'll do this. I'm doing the same one next week, same time next week, Thursday at 9 o'clock, British summertime, and we'll have another go at this, and hopefully we'll have a copy of Casper. You should buy it. Honestly, I'm mid-30s now and realising life is too short to care about all this thing. I don't care if I look uncool. No, I'm not bothered about looking uncool at all. At all. Doesn't bother me. Who cares? I'm mid-30s as well. I think you've completely stopped. Oh, the Rugrats game. Absolutely agree, yeah. I've only played the demo of it. You play a little golf game, little mini golf game in the Rugrats game. It's okay. If I had it, we could have played that. It's probably one of them that's like really expensive now. Anyway, thank you very much. I appreciate you all coming. I've enjoyed your company. Thanks, late. Thanks. I'll see you later. Good fun. It has been good fun. It's been a good one, actually. I've enjoyed that one. Disappointed about the candle, but, you know.